Hi, guys. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. But whenever you came to this reading, there's probably a message in here for you. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. So I'm just having a little catch up with you guys to tell you, because I know last week I was talking about how I had my own appointment with a psychic medium, the main energy medium in Portland, Maine. And so I wanted to catch you up. If any of you are curious, if you're not, you can fast forward to the reading part of this. When I get done telling you a few things, we're going to do a reading on money, because money is energy. And I never thought of doing a reading on that before, but it came to me today because of things that unfolded, which I will tell you. So for those of you interested, I had my reading with her, and it was pretty amazing. The minute I got in there, she was talking about some sort of spirit that's around my house and my property, which didn't surprise me because my husband and I have suspected, or more my husband, that somebody's buried on the property. And that's too long of a story to go into. But, and so she basically confirmed that and said, you know, he has unfinished business, da da da. But have you noticed your energy feeling depleted at times? And she asked me a few questions, and I said yes. And so then she told me what to do, one of which was to put a copper pipe in the ground at all four corners of the house, and then to do a salt thing around it and say, this is the boundary. You can stay on the property, but you're not allowed to come in the house. And then there's a couple other things with gemstones, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But I will tell you that on Sunday, I did do that. I had a copper pyramid back there. It used to be over there, which I've only meditated in a few times because it really wasn't big enough to be comfortable. The idea was great, but I needed it to be bigger. So I said, well, let's just use that because this is something we need to do now. So my husband, of course, he cut each one of those in half, and then I put them in. As I was doing it, I said, this is our boundary. You know, do not cross this boundary. Inside my home is only for myself, my guides, and any white energy that I invite in. And I slept so well Sunday night and Monday night. I haven't slept that well in a long time. So, you know, when somebody gives you advice, use your intuition. I felt like it was good advice and that I should go ahead and follow it. Okay. So a couple other things that came up in there about that I don't need to go into. But so I'm on my way to getting the house cleared. And she was saying doing that is going to be really important for my business going forward because I do it from my home. You know, I'm still working on being able to offer personal readings, and I have been working on getting a Facebook group. I made the group, and now I'm inviting people and trying to find people that want to get in it. Because I can't be the only one that struggles with technology and trying to find payment links and how do I put them in there and how do I get more views and how, you know, all these different things that go along with having a business and trying to do that. How do I send an invoice? And I was having all kinds of trouble with PayPal and all that. And so my guides came in during that reading, and after they were done with the clearing and all that, they said, okay, she said they're being very assertive, very forceful, that you need to get going with this business that you want to have. It's like basically stop pussyfooting around, get going and do the, and they gave me specific instructions like create a Facebook group called Spiritual Tech. So I did it and I made it, it's Spiritual Tech Collaboration. And I'm trying to find other people who are like me that are just starting out, that are trying to navigate all these different things. I don't have TikTok because I just haven't done it. But I have Instagram, but I don't do much with that. And, you know, and she said there are going to be people who have already done some of the things that you're trying to do and people that, need to know some of the things that you know. So I called it Spiritual Tech Collaboration. It's a Facebook group. It's closed because there's so many trolls out there. I have subscribed on Facebook to a few like tarot practice things and all that. And oh my goodness, you put up an answer to a post or something and then you get these people like, I'm so connected to you. Please instant message me for a reading. And I sense love around you. I mean, it's just crazy how many of those things are going on. So I made the group so that it has to be approved in order to join. And there's a couple of questions that people have to answer. Anyway, if any of you want to join, I'd love to have you. You can find that on Facebook and then just request to join. Okay, so that was one thing they said they wanted me to do. And then they gave me other advice, like to stop doubting myself and this and that. And we went into a few things. I got a message about a past life and some other things. But anyhow, so that was last Friday that I had that. And so then I immediately acted on some of the things that I was told to do. And I already am feeling better. I'm sleeping better. I feel motivated to get going and do stuff. I got to set up Venmo. I recently found out that Venmo does not work with credit unions. So in case any of you didn't know, and it must be recent because I had Venmo when I did have a credit union and it did work, but now it doesn't. So that's one thing. And then, okay, so you know that I've showed you this book on one other video that I've been reading, and now I'm, look at all the pages. So when I first talked about the book, I had only read like 1 or 2 chapters maybe. And so as I've gotten through the book, oh my goodness, I still love this book. I really would recommend this book to anybody who, if you are a follower and a believer of the law of attraction, even The Secret, I watched that a long time ago. There are some things in there I don't agree with, but anyway, the power of positive thinking, all of those types of things. This book is just amazing. So there's lots of instances she tells about when she said, say this, and to get this to happen or get that not to happen or whatever. I can't explain all the examples in here, but so in the middle of it, she has a place where you can write down which affirmations resonated with you and what was the demonstration. Like, did you use these, affirmations that click? And then a little bit further, my record of demonstrations, meaning when you use that mantra, what happened? Did anything happen? So I wrote down a couple, and now I have more. I have like 4. And what I ended up doing was taking my voice recorder on my phone and recording these affirmations, and then so I can say them, out loud in the morning and every night before I go to sleep. So last night I asked my husband to do it with me, because anything you do, remember in the Bible it says where 2 or more are gathered, something that I can't remember. But anyway, so we did it together last night, and I'll read them to you. I have wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. Infinite Spirit, open the way for the divine design of my life to manifest. Let the genius within me now be released. Let me see clearly the perfect plan of health, wealth, love, and perfect self-expression. For these I give thanks. My supply comes from God. I have the magic purse and bank account of the Spirit. It can never be depleted. As money goes out, it immediately comes back in. It is always crammed and jammed with abundance, under grace in perfect ways. Another one is, God is my supply, and what he does for others, he does for me, and then some. And that's for people who sometimes see another person and say, oh, I want to have 100,000 subscribers, or I want to have whatever it may be. But you're always to bless and send love to the person who has those things that you're trying to get or create or what have you. So anyway, I wrote those down, and then I have them recorded so that I can listen to them. And yeah, because that's not very neat, is it? So what happened after this? Sorry, I know you were looking at my back. And I had to wear my Peace, Love, and Sunshine t-shirt because it just always makes me feel good. So today, I had an eye appointment, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get any glasses because my husband just got glasses. And man, when you wear Progressives, glasses are expensive. So he just ordered his, and I said, well, maybe I should wait to order mine. So anyway, I was there, and the copayment is $10. So as I paid it, in my mind, I said, God is my supply. I have the magic purse and bank account of spirit. However I could remember it, I said it, and then I said, okay, I expect to get $10 back today, because it says whatever goes out will immediately be replaced. Okay, so go to my eye appointment, and then afterwards the eye doctor said, well, you can look at our glasses, but if you don't want to get them today, that's fine. So I did, and the gal in there, her name was also Lisa, and we just had so much fun. We were laughing, and I was trying on all these wacky frames that I would never buy, like chunky, big colors, and we were just having a good old time. And so anyway, I found a couple, but she said our other store in Sanford, which is a little, the next town over, has more. So why don't, maybe you want to stop in there and look. So there was no pressure for me to do anything. We just had a good time. And I said, boy, you must love doing this. And she said, well, I do when people come in that are fun like you, and I can laugh and we can have a good time doing it. So that made me feel good. That touched my heart that she would say that. Okay, so I left there and I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get a bagel because I had to go straight to work and I didn't have time to eat breakfast before I left. Got up to the drive-thru, was getting ready to pay with my Dunkin' app, and the woman comes to the window and she says, oh, your order's already been paid for. A lady left a gift card here and said to just keep using it for everybody until it was used up. And I was like, thank you. So then I was like, okay, so out of the $10 I just spent, $4.20 was just put back in, right? Okay, so then I went about my day, went to work, had a car appointment, went to the car appointment, and was getting an oil change and a tire rotation for my Prius. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Now I made an appointment by phone because I make them online and then I go, and then I had one time I was waiting like 2 hours, and they said, well, that's because online sometimes more than one person puts it in. So they said, if you call. Okay, so I called. So after almost, I think it was like an hour and 25 minutes, I was kind of standing there and the guy said, can I help you? And I said, yes, I'm still waiting for my car. And he said, all right, let me go check on it. So then he came out and he said, well, it's almost done. It'll be out in just a minute. He said, I said, okay, do you want to ring me up now? And he said, no, I'm going to take care of it. And I already knew because he told me it was like $88 and something. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't mind paying. And he said, well, when it takes longer than it's supposed to, we have to, give you a discount or whatever. And I said, well, I was only wondering why it was taking so long. And he said, well, it's a new guy. He's young. He's just learning. I said, well, everybody has to learn. I said, I don't want him to get in trouble over this. And I'll pay for it. It's fine. And he said, no, he's not in any trouble, but I am going to take care of the bill. So then I had another $88. And then I left there with a huge smile on my face because then I remembered yesterday my debit card was compromised and somebody took out $1.95, and a few hours later, because that went through, they did $39.95, somebody in Hawaii. And so I was like, oh yeah, so now that money is taken care of. So I was just like on cloud nine, and I was driving home and I was thinking, wow, this is great. And the thought came to me that, well, money is energy. When we vibrate in the right space, with the right energy, with the right attitude, then abundance comes to us. And that's all throughout that book. And then I had to go get some wrapping paper for my granddaughter's birthday present. So out of my pocket today, I spent about $19.95 or something like that, plus the $39.95 that was there. So it was like $59.90. So let's say around $60 went out. Then I got $88 back in. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is so awesome. And then my husband had a side job that is almost enough to pay his glasses in full. So I'm telling you, this stuff works. It really works. You just have to be positive and have a good attitude and, do your affirmations. Now, another thing I do want to say that's different about Florence's book, when I have read other books or listened to other people, they usually say stuff like, you set it and forget it. So say your affirmation and then don't think about it again because it's going to happen and you've already sent it up. Well, inadvertently, I'm human, so I would do that about an affirmation, and then I would find myself thinking about it. Oh my gosh, how's this going to happen? What am I going to do? Am I going to win the lottery? And then I was like, oh, Lisa, you ruined it, because you're not supposed to do that, and then you're not supposed to say it again, because if you say it again, it means you don't trust that it's coming. Well, she says the opposite. She says, say the affirmation as many times as you want, as many times as you need to. Remind yourself of it throughout the day. And I was like, oh, so that made me feel better. That, okay, so I can say this affirmation at night, in the morning, when I'm thinking of it, like at the eye doctor's office, and it's okay. I don't have to beat myself up about if I'm doubting or whatever. So anyway, I wanted to share that with all of you because I'm excited, and I want all of you to begin, if you're not already doing it, to learn how to do this, okay? And if you're interested, please check out that Facebook group so we can all help each other to become better at technology in the digital world that we live in. All right, I'm going to pause this, and then we're going to do a reading on money. Okay, I'm back. Oops, sorry, the camera's kind of... All right, so the energy of money. And I really honestly never would have thought of doing a reading about money. But as I was driving home, I actually was thinking about doing a different reading. But my guides will always show me and, give me what I should do a reading on. And when I'm not doing this, I'm thinking about it all the time, literally. About doing readings and what can I do next, and what's my next step, and how do I get going. And, one of the things that when I was at the main energy medium was there's all kinds of apps out there for scheduling, and then I get worried about it, like okay, I know there are because I've used them, but what if it messes up, and what if I can't do it? This is the bad ego self, Lisa, coming in to doubt. So I struggle with that as well, but I would really love to be able to do it, and I would love to be able to have groups on Zoom where we can talk about stuff. And anyway, I'm going to get there. I promise you I'm going to get there. The message that my guides brought through at that reading was by the end of June, they want me to have my own website up so that I can start offering things. Yikes. Okay. So money is energy, and that's what people need to learn. And we need to also learn that a lot of times I would struggle with, well, I don't want to charge for this. I love doing it. Well, what came up in that reading was, if you don't want to work for someone else, then, you need to make a business out of what you do. You can have very fair pricing, but you need to, if you want to get away from that, you have to. So, and I do. And she said, you need to learn Quest. First card out. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And happiness. Oh my God, I love it. So I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that it was the Merlin spray that I used right after I paused the video and did a quick meditation and asked my guides to come in and give us the right message, the good message about money. Merlin was the spray. And I just found out that Angelic Celestial Colors, Amanda Ellis, is creating a King Arthur spray. Oh my gosh, that would go great with my dragon spray and my Merlin spray. So I'm excited to see how she's going to create it. What is she going to use? Because each one of her sprays tells you the crystals, and she channels a message when she's making those sprays. It's so cool. All right, so the first card out regarding money, and money is energy, is Quest. And this is a dragon, a phoenix, and a fairy. Be bold, and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Good luck favors the brave. Excuse me. I'm getting my all tongue-tied. So going on a quest, be bold, right? Be bold. I've got to remember that. And so do you all, whatever your quest is that you're on in your money journey. And then happiness. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things, like finding a dime on the sidewalk, which I talked about a couple videos back. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Yes. When we vibrate with joy, with happiness, with kindness, we just call all of that in to us and toward us, right? Okay. All right, we're going to start off with these, but I just have this feeling that they're going to want to go to the gold foil deck because people, when they think of money, in the olden days more, they thought of gold, right, as being money. Okay, Spirit, how can you help us in understanding money, and what do you have to tell us about possibly our relationship with money or how we can change our relationship with money? Please bring us a message that will help all of us and everybody watching about the energy of money. Okay. Money is not bad. People can do bad things with money, but money in itself is not bad. I mean, even bartering your services can be considered money, really. I mean, money is what we use to get things we need, right? Food, gas, home, electricity. The Hierophant, yeah. Ace of Swords, truth. Oh my gosh, is this? Let me feel these. I'm sorry. Let me feel. Spirit, do you want the? Oh my gosh, yeah, tingling all the way up my arm. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it's okay. So the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Is there another card from this deck, Spirit? Is there another card from this deck that you want regarding this money is energy reading? Judgment. What are you being called to do? Okay. All right. So let's look at what we have so far. This is how they want them laid out for whatever reason. Quest and happiness, right? Being bold, going after what we want, affirming it. We have the Hierophant. This is Taurus's card, right? Is that right? I will check. I always doubt myself and then I'm right. But anyway, the Hierophant is wisdom, okay? It's kind of showing, he looks like a pope in this card with gold robes and his huge hat. I don't think that's called a hat. It has a name, but I don't know what it is. And his staff, and there's just like energy emanating from him out into the universe. It could also be wisdom coming in, right? Because the Hierophant is wisdom. Wisdom is at your fingertips. And sorry guys, I'm gonna yeah, I was right, of course. Yes, the Hierophant is Taurus. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus, but Tauruses do tend to focus on things of beauty. Like a lot of Tauruses love to have a beautiful home and they like to show it to their friends and they like to, they just like to do things like that. But they are very earthy and stable. They like stability. So that would make sense with the Hierophant. But wisdom, all the wisdom is at your fingertips. We tips. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I guess it's just so much energy is going through me right now. It's like I couldn't wait to get home to do a reading. And now that I'm here, it's like, oh, they're just giving me so much energy. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay. This is what they're giving me is know the truth about your financial situation so you can get it in order. Know the truth about your financial situation so you can get it in order. And it's also, they're saying, You attract what you think about. So if all day long you're thinking and worrying about bills, you're just attracting more bills. We have to get into a more positive mind state about our money and about our finances, right? There's a famous story that Jim Carrey, wrote himself a check for $1 million and said that by a certain date he would have it. And that was when, oh gosh, now I can't remember the movie. Anyway, it happened. So, but he is kind of a positive thinker. He's done quite a few interviews like that. And then this is what you are not to do, they're saying. Five of Pentacles. This is a lack mentality. This is thinking you don't have enough. Because if God is your supply into your infinite purse or infinite spiritual bank account, you don't have to think about not having enough. And I am done thinking that. I can tell you right now. I have gone through it. I have bills like everyone else, and sometimes I do get into that lack mentality, if you want to call it backsliding. I try to be positive, but now that I've read her book, I am not going to waver from it. I am going to keep on saying those affirmations and looking for God to bless me in wondrous, unexpected ways into my purse and my bank account. Okay, and all of you can do it too. God's supply is endless. Nobody's going to run out or not have something because you have it. And that is one of the problems, is that people think that there's a finite supply of things, food, money, clothes, houses, whatever you want to say. But there isn't. When you are in the vibration of it, and when you are trusting that God is the supplier, it's not going to run out. God will make a way where there is no way. I'm quoting the book, okay? So I'm not trying to be a preacher or a pastor, or I'm quoting what she says in her book. It's so uplifting. All right. 7 of Wands. So wands are action, okay? So one of the things she talks about in her book is trusting but taking action. Faith plus action. That's what she says in the book, I believe. So when I'm not just going to, as an example, go out and run up every credit card because I think I'll just get the money back. That's not really what they're saying, or what she's saying, or what the point of it is, right? And I'm also not just going to sit back and say, oh, okay, I'm just going to have to wait for money to be deposited. You have to have faith, but you have to put it into action, okay? So one of the examples would be, well, she talks in the book about a woman who wanted to buy a home and she couldn't find a home. And Florence says, go buy an armchair for your new home. And the woman's like, well, why would I do that? I don't have the home yet. She said, there's the problem. Your attitude is that you don't have it. It's already there waiting for you. Go buy the armchair and picture the armchair in your new home and living room, blah, blah. And sure enough, I don't know how long after, but this is one of the examples that she's giving. You have to have faith. You can pray, you can say your affirmations, but you need to take action toward whatever that is. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy an armchair if you want to buy a home, but it could be as simple as I'm going to buy a new set of pots and pans, or I'm going to buy my new kitchen towels, or whatever. But it's similar, if you understand. Okay. So they, whoever is here is just giving me so much, it's hard for me to get it out. Okay, 7 of Wands. 7's a reflection. Wands are action and passion. So he's standing there with a wand in his hand, and he's looking at all these other wands that are left. He's looking at, what are the things that I have done? So this card is kind of saying he's ready to do the next thing, but he's assessing, what have I already done up till now, and what do I now need to do? This is what they're giving me for this card right now. Sometimes I worry that people are going to say, well, that's not what she said that card meant before. No, I didn't, because I'm reading them intuitively, and depending on what they're paired with and what we're reading on, the meaning of the card could be different, and I rely on my guides to give me the right words. Whew. Have I ever talked this fast? I don't know. So take an assessment of how you have treated money up till now. What have you spent it on? What have you saved? What have you invested in? What are your plans? Okay. assess that, and then take action based on where you want to be. Like for me, I'll give you an example. So I kept saying, I can't go any further with this trying to do readings because I don't have the money to get Zoom right now. It's $160 for a year. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the last time I logged in, I guess I never realized or didn't see, I could just get 1 month of Zoom. The one that is where you can have unlimited time, which is the one I want when I offer readings, because I'm not going to be a reader who sets a timer for 30 minutes and says, okay, we're done. I'm going to do a reading and give the person whatever spirit gives me, whether it takes 30 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. That's my plan. So I saw that I could do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been holding myself back over $15. What the heck, Lisa? Okay, so that is me assessing what have I done and what is the action I need to take. The action I need to take to move forward is set up Venmo, which I can do with our business bank account for our other business, get Zoom, which is only going to cost me $15 for a month, figure out how to put the payment links in, and get a scheduling app, some sort of scheduling thing. So I need to act on that. I need to have faith that this is the path I'm supposed to be going in, and then I need to act on that faith, and all the while saying my affirmations, which I told you about: wonderful work, in a wonderful way. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. That's my affirmation regarding this business, okay? The next card out is the Three of Pentacles. Yes, this is a guy. Okay, Pentacles are about your money, basically. We're going to say in this reading, this is about money. So it can be other things, but in this reading, this is about money. He is very proud of his creation. He's holding it up. He's created these two. He's got this one in his hand. He's happy. Okay, this is creation, collaboration, and the Holy Trinity. Again, we were talking about Florence's affirmations saying, God is my supply, right? You can collaborate with your higher self, with your guides, with your affirmations, but you can also collaborate with another person who can help you, which is one of the reasons for the Facebook group I set up. I would feel much better if I had somebody helping me, like my granddaughter showing me how to make this not have backwards words. I was collaborating with her. She was helping me, right? And there's no shame in asking for help when you need it. And then the last card from this deck is Judgment. This is basically you're being called to action. See these people? The horn is being blown. These people are coming awake, coming alive. And what are you going to do? How are you going to answer the call? So when it comes to looking over your finances in truth, right? Using your wisdom, calling upon your wisdom or the wisdom of others, like the Hierophant, looking at what you've already done, already invested in, you're starting from where you are, okay? There is no reason to sit there and beat yourself up about your financial situation if you're not where you are. You start right here, right now, today, right? Do not let yourself get into a lack mentality. Remember to feel happy and joyful. Anything. If you find a dime on the sidewalk, give thanks for it. If somebody pays for your coffee at Dunkin', give thanks for it. Or better yet, pay for someone else's coffee at Dunkin'. There was nobody behind me because I was all prepared to say, I'm going to pay for that order. But there wasn't anyone in line behind me. So that was, it was my time to receive that because I was being shown that my affirmations work. So, okay. All right. We are going to go to the gold foil and see if anything wants to come out of this deck. I thank you all. Please do like the video so it can get going around YouTube so that others can see it and it helps my channel to grow. I've pretty much been sticking somewhere around 350 subscribers for a couple of months. But all those other channels with, 50, 60, 70, 300,000 subscribers, all those tens and hundreds of thousands, they're the videos that YouTube sends around, not the little people with 300 or 400 or 500 subscribers. But that's what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn what do I need to do? How do I get this out there so that I can grow? so that I can reach more people. So Spirit, not me, Lisa, really, although I do have stories to tell, and I have some wisdom hopefully to impart to people because of my 61 years on this earth and the things that I've done. But I can't do it if nobody sees my channel, right? Okay, Spirit. Oh, I love the feel of this deck. From the gold foil deck, there's 3. Okay. Anything else from this deck? They want me to look at those first. Justice, King of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Okay. Another reminder with this 5 of Cups that we do not want to cry over spilled milk. We could look at it in this money reading as this is money spent, money gone out. There's 3, money gone out. There's 2 still there. So what Spirit is giving me right now is there is... You don't see clearly what you have or how you can move forward because you're concentrating on this. Possibly concentrating on your debt or a bill you got or whatever. But you can get out of that. And in this card, I think it's similar to the one in the Red Dragon deck. If he would simply turn around, he would see these cups and he would also see the bridge that leads to here, right? And not be focusing on that. So you have a couple of messages about that. You have the 5 of Pentacles, right? Not feeling lack. And you have the 5 of Cups, not focusing on what you don't have or that the situation isn't exactly what you want. 5s are change, okay? And then the King of Pentacles. This is where we want to be, right? He is a leader. He is a creator. He has created much beauty and much wealth all around him. You see he has a castle back there. He's got a gorgeous robe on. He's got a beautiful throne with lion's heads, I believe. Well, I don't know what that is. No, it's not a lion. Maybe it's rams. I don't know. But it's, he's got the greenery around him. He's actually got his foot on what I believe would be an animal skin rug. So this is depicting wealth, beauty, achievement, accomplishment, and all of those things. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. Right? King of Pentacles. And then Justice. Now, in this card, this person, this can be Libra, right? I forgot to say that. Yeah. So this is basically balancing things and weighing things out, okay? In this card, they're not blindfolded. There's a sword in one hand, right? And I always say one sword means truth, okay? So again, this is a reminder to look at everything in truth, assess what you have, figure out your plan and what affirmations will work for you. What is it that you need to do? So in the other hand, one hand is the sword of truth and the other hand is the scales, weighing and balancing things, Again, this is what you're going to do. I mean, if you need to do it, not everybody watching this maybe their finances are perfect. But so you need to figure out what is it that you need to do to get this into balance and to weigh it out, figure it out, be in truth about your finances always, right? Don't lie to yourself or say, oh, I'm just going to put this on my credit card and I'll pay it off next week when you know that you're not going to have the extra money next week. That is a little white lie that we sometimes tell ourselves. Oh, it's so easy to use credit cards. They are a trap. They really are. Okay, this is my new Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck that my daughter and granddaughter gave me for Mother's Day. And I want to pull a card from this deck, mostly because it's a super fun deck, but also because that's what they guided me to. I want to, and maybe they're just saying, okay, we'll let you do it. I don't know. But we're going to get a card from this deck. So just remember, money is energy, and our attitude about money is what creates our reality around it, okay? That's what creates our man, I wish I could have learned this when I was 20. Things would be a lot different for me financially. But that's okay because I'm coming right from the place where I am. Right from the place where I am. Okay. All right, Spirit. What can you give us regarding this Money is Energy reading from the Wizard of Oz Alice in Wonderland? Beautiful, beautiful deck that I love so much. I can't wait to get going and do some more readings with this deck, but it wasn't the one that they wanted me to use for the overall reading for this. So let's see. What is the card or cards from this beautiful deck regarding our money reading today, Spirit? This is a really cool deck. It does have, I think, 4 bonus cards that aren't in the regular tarot, but everything is named the same. You know, it's got the swords, pentacles, cups, and wands, and then it has, okay. All right, let me just see if this is right. No, that was me. I'm sorry, guys. But they always say, do you want the right card or just a quick one? Do you want the right card or just any card? That was the message that I've had a couple times when I've tried to rush it. No, I want the right card. I want the right message for everybody that's watching. Okay, Spirit. What is the card from this deck for the people watching? The 8 of Cups, a wish upon a star. The 8 of Cups, a wish upon a star. And it's Dorothy. The 8 of Cups, a wish upon a star. Whoops. Okay, let's see. These cards have different meanings, so I have to look it up. I don't know if I would ever be able to memorize this book. So, all right, the 8 of Cups. Cutting ties, change, letting go, moving on, self-discovery, personal growth, independence, exploration, adventure, and curiosity. Yeah, the cups in this deck all have a line about curiosity in them. So it's not only emotion, but it's curiosity. While on a mundane errand in Kansas, Dorothy's heart drifts to the bright lights of vaudeville, yearning for a life filled with melody and dance. Yet beneath her dreams lies a somber realization of unattained desires. Oh boy, yeah. The 8 of Cups speaks to the essence of self-awareness and evolution. Take a moment to reflect on what anchors your spirit and boldly move towards what resonates with your true essence, seeking a richer tapestry of experiences and growth. Yeah, and that's the second time we've had the word bold, right? Because in this quest, which is similar, right? It's kind of a double message, right? They're saying be bold. Basically, what Spirit is giving me is be bold and go after what you really want. Forget about the past and what you haven't gotten done. Look to the future, right? And this quest was be bold and mighty forces will aid you, right? Take action. Good luck favors the brave. All right? We all deserve to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Why are they giving me that? We all deserve to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. It is true. It is so true. We are not here on this earth to be miserable, broke, and sick. We are here to live a full life, right? With all of our desires. Yes, we do go through challenges because that's Earth School. But we all deserve to be happy and healthy and wealthy. I mean, wealth, I'm not saying that we all need to be millionaires or billionaires, because to me, if I was wealthy, I would basically own my home and my vehicles and wouldn't have a lot of money going out in, debt. I would be able to go to the grocery store and buy anything I wanted. I would be able to buy new clothes when I want. So I'm not talking about being a millionaire. I'm talking about a comfortable life. That's what I would like, is a comfortable life. I'm not striving to be a millionaire. I mean, if I win the lottery, then yeah, I'm not going to refuse it. But my goal in life isn't to to be a millionaire. My goal in life is to be comfortable, be able to give gifts to the ones that I love, be able to help the ones that I love, be debt-free, and those types of things, right? Okay, I'm not always, but I almost always end with an animal oracle card to honor my guy Justin and his hawk Landau. We haven't done an animal reading in a while. Okay, is that... Yeah, all right. That's another reminder. Dolphin, play. Yes, Abraham Hicks says it all the time. Play, laugh, have fun. And we had that already with the happiness card. Anything else? Anything else, Justin? Owl magic. Thank you. Thank you, Justin and Landau. Okay. First cut out is dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Infinite confidence and inhale confidence and exhale fear. Yes, fear is the opposite of love. Dive into your wisdom, the Hierophant, and go with the flow. Let me read that again. Dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. When it flows, you know it's right. When it flows, you know it's right. Anything you have to force is not for you, okay? And then, ooh, look at this. Owl magic. I love it. Choose to know the truth because you can. Truth came up twice in this reading, and here it is again. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception, even your own, they're telling me. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright, as is health, wealth, and abundance. Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Well, I hope that this reading has helped you. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it for all of you. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you'd like, if you're not already a subscriber. Share this with somebody who could use it. And I appreciate every single one of you. I really, really, really do. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.